progress report says we ended up at stage 4, paragraph page 348. 348. Okay. And our last headword was understood. New word type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with our revision. Here we go. When someone's crying and we don't know why, what can we ask them? When someone's crying and we don't know why, what can we ask them? When someone's crying
When someone's crying,
and we don't know why,
don't know
we can
why,
ask them, what's the matter? We can ask them,
you can ask them,
what's the matter?
what's the matter?
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. What's the matter, Sam?
What's the matter, son?
My knee hurts. I fell off my
I
bike.
need to
Fell off my bike.
fall off my bike.
Very good. What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? You've got a headache.
We've got a heading.
Very good. What do you think are more interesting, magazines or comics? What do you think are more interesting, magazines or comics? I think
I think
magazine or
comics
are more interesting
are more interesting
than magazines.
than magazines.
Very good. Are you interested in sport? Are you interested in sport? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I'm interested
interested
in sport.
in sport.
If a film at the cinema is boring, what can we do? If a film at the cinema is boring, what can we do? If a film at
Make a
the
film
cinema is boring, at,
as a cinema.
if a film
If a film
at the cinema is
at the
boring,
cinema is boring,
we can stop watching it
you can stop watching
and leave the cinema.
and leave the cinema.
Wege, do you get bored when you have nothing to do? Do you get bored if you have nothing to do? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I get bored
I get bored
if I have nothing to do.
if I have nothing to do.
Very good. Okay, next. Do you live in the country? Do you live in the country? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I live in the
I live
country.
in a country.
Very good. What's a block of flats? What's a block of flats? A block of flats
A block of flats
is a large building
is a large building
with a lots of flats in it.
with a lot of flats in it.
Very good. Are there many blocks of flats in your country? Are there many block of flats in your country? Yes or no?
Yeah,
There are a lot
a lot
of block of flats
of block of flats
in my country.
in my country.
Very good. Okay, next. When someone says see you, do they mean hello or goodbye? When someone says see you, do they mean hello or goodbye? When someone says
The someone's
see you,
fear.
they mean goodbye.
I mean goodbye.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Okay,
Okay,
I have to go home now.
I have to go home now.
See ya.
See ya.
Very good. Okay. Next. Okay, next. What's the past of can? What's the past of can? The past of can.
The past of Sam.
The past of can
The past of pen
is could.
is good.
Very good. The past of can is could. Okay. Could you walk when you were 4 years old? Could you walk when you were 4 years old? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I could walk
I could walk
when I was
when I was
4 years old.
4 years old.
Very good. Okay, next, could you understand any English words 6 years ago? Could you understand any English words 6 years ago? Yes, I could
Yeah,
understand
I could understand
some English words
some English words
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Very good. 6 years ago. Okay, next. Could you write your name when you were a little baby? Could you write your name when you were a little baby? No, I
No,
couldn't write my name,
I write my name
or I couldn't Write my name.
couldn't when write
Write
my
my
name
name when I was
when I was
a little baby.
a little baby.
Very good. Okay, next. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're pushing the book.
You're pushing the book.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're pulling the book.
You're pulling the book.
Very good. Okay, what's the past of can? What's the past of can? The past of can
Most of
is
can
could.
is good.
Do we push the door to go out of this classroom? Do we push the door to go out of this classroom? Yes or no?
Yes,
We push the door
I push the door
to go out
to go out
of that classroom.
of that classroom.
Very good. Okay, next. Is the table too heavy for you to pull across the floor? Is this table too heavy for you to pull across the floor? Yes or no?
Yes,
That table's
the
too
table
heavy for me
too heavy for me
to pull
to pull
across the floor.
across the floor.
Very good. What's a plan? What's a plan? A plan is
A
an
plan
idea
is an idea
about what to do
about what to do
in the future.
in the future.
Very good. Who makes most of the plans in your family? Your mother or your father? Who makes most of the plans in your family? Your mother or your father? My father
My father
makes most
makes most
of the plan
of the plan
in my family.
in my family.
Very good. Okay. Where do you come from? Where do you come from? I come from
I come
Japan.
from Japan.
Very good. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? You're talking to me.
Talking to me.
Very good. Okay. Where am I taking the book from? Where am I taking the book from? You're taking the book
You're taking the book
from the table.
from the table.
What am I putting the pen under? What am I putting the pen under? You're putting the pen
You're putting the pen
under the book.
under the book.
What do pirates travel on? What do pirates travel on? Pirates
Pirate
travel on ships.
doorbell
On
is
ships. Very good. What can we measure things with? What can we measure things with? We can measure things
can measure a thing
with a ruler.
with a ruler.
Very good. Okay. Do you always remember your dreams when you wake up in the morning? Do you always remember your dreams when you wake up in the morning? Yes or no?
Yes,
I always remember
I
my
always
dreams
remember my dreams
when I wake up
when I wake up
in the morning.
in the morning.
Very good. Do you ever dream that you can fly? Do you ever dream that you can fly? Yes or no?
Yes,
I sometimes dream
I sometimes dream
that I can fly.
that I can fly.
Very good. What kind of things do farmers grow in their farms? What kind of things do farmers grow in their farms? Farmers grow
Farmers grow
things like vegetables, things like vegetables
things very vegetable
and fruit on their farms.
and fruit on the farms.
Very good. Do you think you're growing slowly or fast? Do you think you're growing slowly or fast? I think
I
I'm
think
growing fast.
I grow very fast.
Very good. When you grow up, what job do you want to do? When you grow up, what job do you want to do? When I grow up,
When I grow up,
I want to be an
I want to
engineer.
be engineer.
Very good. Okay. What's another word for adult? What's another word for adult? Another word for adult
Another one, other
is grown up.
is grown.
Very good. Is grown up. Okay. Next. Are kids generally stronger than grown ups? Are kids generally stronger than grown ups? No.
No,
Kids aren't
kids
generally
are
stronger
generally stronger
than grown ups.
than grown.
They are generally weaker
Weaker,
than
generally weaker
than grown ups.
than grown up.
Very good. Okay, what's the past tense of the verb sell? What's the past tense of the verb sell? The past tense
The past tense
of the verb sell
mm,
of the verb sell
of the verb fell
is sold.
is full.
Very good. Finish this sentence, please. Last month, my parents sold their old car. Finish this sentence, please. Last month, their parents sold their old car. Last month,
Last month,
my parents sold.
second,
My parents sold
my parents sold
their old car.
their old car.
Very good. Their old car. Okay. Next. 2 weeks ago, I found. 2 weeks ago, I found. 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago,
I found some money
I found some money
on the pavement.
on the pavement.
Very good. When my dad met my teacher yesterday, he shook. When my dad met my teacher yesterday, he shook. When my dad
When my dad
met my teacher
met my
yesterday,
teacher yesterday,
he shook hands with him.
I shook hands
With him.
with him.
This morning I forgot. This
This
morning I
morning
forgot.
I forgot.
This morning
This
I
morning
forgot to brush
I forgot to brush
my hair.
my hair.
Very good. Did you hear me say good evening to you at the beginning of the lesson? Did you hear me say good evening to you at the beginning of the lesson? Yes, I heard
Yes,
you say
I heard you say
good evening to me
good evening to me
at the beginning of the lesson.
at the beginning of the lesson.
Where did you feel tired when you went to bed last night? Did you feel tired when you went to bed last night? Yes, I felt
Hmm?
tired.
I felt
Yet
tired
when I went to bed
when I got to bed
last night.
last night.
Very good. Did your lunch smell horrible yesterday? Did your lunch smell horrible yesterday? No. My
No,
lunch. My lunch
my lunch
didn't smell horrible. Didn't
uh,
smell
didn't smell
horrible yesterday.
horrible.
Yesterday.
It,
It smelled good.
it smells good.
Very good. What was the first thing you saw when you woke up this morning? What was the first thing you saw when you woke up this morning? The first thing I
The
saw
first thing I saw
when I woke up this morning.
when I woke up
This morning
this morning
was the ceiling.
this ceiling
Was the ceiling.
was a ceiling.
Very good. Okay. Did Charlie and Dan sing happy birthday to you at the party yesterday? Did Charlie and Dan sing happy birthday to you at the party yesterday? Yes.
Yes,
Charlie and Dan
Jerry and Dan
sang happy birthday to
sang
you
happy birthday to you
at the party yesterday.
at the party yesterday.
Right. When did you begin studying English? When did you begin studying English? I began
I began
studying English.
studying English
Okay. Let's say 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Very good. And what was the first English word you learned? And what was the first English word you learned? Hello was the
Hello
first
was a frog.
English word I learned. English word
English run.
I learned.
I run.
What did you dream last night? What did you dream last night? I dreamt about
I dreamed about
what? Let's say something last night.
something last night.
Very good. Okay. Next. Did anybody send you an email last week? Did anybody send you an email last week? Yes or no? Yes?
No,
No? Nobody sent me
nobody sent me
an email
an email
last week.
last week.
Where did you often fall over when you were a little baby? Did you often fall over when you were a little baby? Yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
I often fell over
fall over.
when I was a baby.
Mm, uh,
I was a little
I
baby.
was little baby.
Very good. What did I bring with me to the lesson today? What did I bring with me to the lesson today? You brought your books.
You brought
Your book
your book
with you
with you
to the lesson today.
to the lesson today.
Very good. Who was with you when you left home this morning? Who was with you when you left home this morning? My parents
My
was with
parrot
me
was with me
when I left home
when I left
this
home
morning.
this morning.
Did you understand the last question I asked? Did you understand the last question I asked? Yes, I
Yeah,
understood
I understood
the last question you
the
asked.
last question you asked.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word. Okay,
Hmm.
repeat. Merry.
Mary.
Very good. Okay, listen. When people are doing happy things like laughing, playing, or dancing, we can say they are merry. At Christmas time, we send cards to our friends. We generally write the message Merry Christmas inside a card. Okay, let's practice. What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? We generally write
We generally write
the message
a message.
Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas.
inside a Christmas card.
Inside the Christmas card.
Greg, are people merry when they're on holiday? Are people merry when they're on holiday? Yes.
Yeah.
People are merry
People are merry
when they're on holiday.
when they're on holiday.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. What's like?
What's right?
Very good. What's like? Okay, listen. If I ask you what's the weather like, I'm asking you to tell me about the weather. You can say it's sunny and warm or it's cold and windy. When someone asks what's your brother like, they want to know about your brother. You can answer he's big and strong or he's very naughty. Okay, let's practice. What's your house like? What's your house like? My house is new.
My house is
It's
new.
got three bedrooms
3 bedroom
and a big garden.
and a big garden.
Wait, what was the weather like yesterday? What was the weather like yesterday? Yesterday,
Yesterday
it was hot.
it was hot
Very good. And sunny all morning. And sunny
and sunny
all morning.
all morning,
But it rained a little.
but
But
rain,
it rained a little
but it rained little
in the afternoon.
in the afternoon.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Skate.
Skate,
Roller skate.
roller skate,
Ice skate.
ice skate,
Skateboard.
skateboard.
Very good. Okay, listen. People often fall over when they're learning to skate. I think a pair of roller skate is faster than a skateboard. Okay, so let's
Hmm.
practice. Do you have any skates? Do you have any skates? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I have some skates.
I have some skates.
What kind of skate have you got? What kind of skate have you got? I've got
I've got
mm,
skateboard.
a skateboard. Very good. Okay. Do people often fall over when they're learning to skate? Do people often fall over when they're learning to skate? Yes. People
Yeah,
often fall
people
over
have fall over
when they're learning to skate.
and running
To
skate.
skate. Which do you think is faster, a pair of roller skate or a skateboard? Which do you think is faster, a pair of roller skates or a skateboard? I think
I
a
think
pair of roller
a
skates
pair of roller
is
skates
faster
is
than
faster
a skateboard.
than a skateboard.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Quite.
Quite.
Very good. Okay, listen. I speak English quite well. I go to visit my grandparents quite often. Okay, let's practice. Do you speak English quite well? Do you speak English quite well? Yes, I speak English quite
I speak
well.
English quite well.
Very good. Do you often go to visit your grandparents quite often? Do you go to visit your grandparents quite often? Yes, I go to
Hmm?
visit
I got to visit
my grandparents
my
quite
grandparents
often.
quite often.
Very good. Do you think learning English is quite easy, quite difficult, or very difficult? Do you think learning English is quite easy, quite difficult, or very difficult? I think
I
learning
think
English
learning English
is quite easy.
is quite easy.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
just a moment, please.
No problem.